Imagine a future where you can buy a Tesla for a price that seems almost like a dream. That future might be closer than you think, thanks to a price war shaking the electric car market in China. In 2025, this battle for lower prices might not only transform the Chinese market, but also directly impact American consumers. Let's explore how this revolution is unfolding and what it means for you, whether you're an electric car enthusiast or simply curious about the future of mobility. China, the largest electric car market in the world, is experiencing intense competition. At the beginning of 2025, Chinese automakers like XPeng, NIO, and Li Auto announced aggressive price cuts and generous incentives to attract buyers. Imagine getting a 10,000 yuan discount, about 1,370 as on a new car, plus energy credits to charge your vehicle. These offers are not just tempting, they're a clear sign that the price war is in full swing. And this is no accident. He Xiaopeng, CEO of XPeng, predicted this trend in an internal letter, warning that competition would be fierce and that the price war would start as early as January 2025. He was right. But why is this price war happening now? The answer lies in a combination of factors pressuring Chinese automakers. First, there's an oversupply of electric vehicles in the market. With more than 100 EV manufacturers vying for space, the competition is brutal. Imagine a crowded room where everyone is shouting to be heard. That's how Chinese automakers feel. To stand out, they are cutting prices and offering discounts that seem almost impossible to resist. Additionally, Chinese automakers are looking beyond the country's borders. They have global ambitions and are rapidly expanding into international markets. XPeng, for instance, plans to be present in 60 countries and regions by the end of 2026, aiming for at least half of its sales to come from customers outside China. This global expansion is increasing pressure on prices as automakers seek a competitive edge in new markets. And that brings us to a crucial question. How might this price war in China affect American consumers? The answer lies in the impact Chinese EVs can have on the global market, including the United States. With ever lower prices, Chinese electric cars are becoming an attractive option for consumers worldwide. And that includes Americans. Imagine a scenario where you can buy a Tesla made in China for a significantly lower price than current models. This isn't just a possibility. It's a reality that could materialize in 2025. But it's not just lower prices that are drawing attention. Chinese EVs are becoming increasingly sophisticated in terms of technology and design. Brands like BYD, XPeng, and NIO are heavily investing in innovation, offering vehicles with impressive range, modern designs, and cutting-edge technological features. This is putting pressure on giants like Tesla, which is already seeing its market share decline in key regions like China, Europe, and even the United States. Speaking of Tesla, Elon Musk's company is feeling the heat of competition. In 2024, Tesla's market share in China dropped from 7.8% to 6%, while in the United States, its share fell below 50% for the first time, reaching 48.2%. In Europe, Tesla lost its leadership position to BMW in July 2024. These numbers are a wake-up call for Tesla, which is being forced to cut prices and offer incentives to maintain its relevance. But how far can Tesla go in cutting prices without compromising its profitability? The price war isn't just affecting automakers. It's creating ripples throughout the supply chain. Major manufacturers like BYD are demanding cost reductions from their suppliers, with some requesting cuts of up to 10% for 2025. This is generating tensions and protests among suppliers, who argue that these demands are unfair and harmful to the entire chain. Imagine being a supplier already operating on tight margins and suddenly being pressured to slash your prices even further. It's a tough situation that could lead to significant restructuring within the sector. And it's not just the suppliers who are suffering. Car dealerships in China are facing enormous financial challenges. Over 30,000 dealerships are struggling to stay afloat, with the sector accumulating losses of 177.6 billion yuan, about $24.3 billion between January and November 2024. Around 4,000 dealerships have already shut down due to financial difficulties. Imagine the impact on local communities, where these dealerships are an important source of jobs and income. Given all this, what can we expect for the future? Industry experts predict that the Chinese automotive industry will undergo a phase of consolidation between 2025 and 2027. This means smaller or less competitive automakers may be forced out of the market, while larger and more resilient players will strengthen their positions. This consolidation could lead to a more stable market in the long term, but in the short term, consumers might benefit from lower prices and a wider range of options. And what does this mean for American consumers? In short, the Chinese EV price war could bring significant benefits. With Chinese electric cars entering the American market, EV prices could drop, making them more affordable for more people. Additionally, the competition could accelerate innovation, with automakers offering more features and technological improvements to attract customers. However, there are also challenges to consider. The entry of Chinese EVs into the American market could pressure local automakers, like Tesla and others, to reduce prices and profit margins. This could lead to a restructuring of the industry and changes in how electric cars are manufactured and marketed in the United States. Ultimately, the Chinese EV price war is a sign of a rapidly evolving market. For consumers, this could mean more options, lower prices, and an acceleration in the adoption of electric cars. For automakers, it's a reminder that innovation and efficiency are more critical than ever. And for the industry as a whole, it's an opportunity to reimagine the future of mobility. So, the next time you think about buying an electric car, remember, the market is changing fast, and the choices you have today might be very different from those available in 2025. Stay tuned, because the future of electric vehicles is arriving faster than you might imagine. And who knows, maybe your next car will be a Tesla made in China with a price tag that makes you smile.